Buenas tardes, Los Angeles.
With this rousing welcome, Los Angeles Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa announced the opening of the first new city park in Los Angeles since 1895. At the opening dedication ceremony, there was music and song and politicians galore. It was curious that much of the ceremony was conducted in Spanish.
Bienvenidos, señoras y señores, muchachas y muchachos. Mi nombre es José Edmiston, director de la Conservación de las Montañas de Santa Mónica. Hoy día, nosotros dedicamos este parque, la Vista Hermosa.
And then representatives from the Gabrielino Tongva Tribal Council were invited on stage to bless the ceremony.
Bamit, hey, hey, hey. Oh, moana iyakan. Muwad, hey, hey, hey. Oh, moana iyakan.
In fact, instead of the usual invocation thanking God and asking His blessing, the native Californians asked their Creator for His blessing with a burnt offering of ceremonial white sage.
Tuhui tu sonar, tenakwat damit nusuk mawad, tokobar itar pamit tahido nuka, momino hunar, huna tu sonar.
Miha yo ye hiya, miha yo ye hiya, miha yo ye hiya, miha yo ye hiya, miha yo ye hiya.
This was a dedication of a public park in Southern California. We began to wonder, are we still in America? When the politicians began speaking, we knew for sure, the People's Republic of California.
And you know, it's great to be here to see the kids running around, and this park is more than what we imagined. But it's even sweeter because we're delivering this park in an area where, believe it or not many kids get to run around like this. Not many kids get to see nature. And it's even sweeter when you think about the political battles that made this possible, because you know what? It was truly a battle for social justice.
A battle for social justice? How can a 10-acre public park be a battle for social justice? California Assemblyman Kevin De Leon explained it using the socialist politics of envy.
In the city of New York, 91% of children have access to a park within a quarter of a mile. But in Los Angeles, 33% of our children actually have access to a park within a quarter of a mile. When we break down these numbers and we go a little much deeper into the city of Los Angeles, if you live in the more affluent areas of Los Angeles, it's an average about 33.4 acres per 1,000 residents. For African Americans, it's about 1.7 acres. For Latinos, it's about 0.6, and for Asian American Pacific Islanders, it's about 0.3 acres. So this is a fundamental problem of access and equity. This is a civil rights issue, because when a child can't run freely and play safely in a park, that speaks to our fundamental values as a community. It speaks to the fundamental values of elected officials.
David Hernandez is a longtime civic activist who took issue with Assemblyman De Leon's race-baiting tactic.
Once again, he talked about the disparity and how much park space there is for seemingly children of affluent areas, children in African American communities, and Latino children. Now, rather than talk about the options available to us for creating more park space, he had to insert that racial line, because in the past it seemingly has worked.
That regardless of who you are, regardless of where your parents come from, regardless of the color of your skin, regardless of your legal status, you deserve access to nature. As Ron Schaefer just stated a little earlier today, quote unquote, nature deficit disorder, which is a very fascinating concept. Nature deficit disorder can be interpreted as a civil rights violation for those children who've been marginalized historically so they can have access to this beautiful park. It should not be dictated by one's financial wherewithal that allows you the choice to purchase nature or purchase a home close proximity to the beach.
You're just, once again, using the race card in order to create righteous indignation amongst the community, and once again, the Latino community is really being oppressed now, which is really suspect, since the Speaker of the Assembly, Fabian Nunez, the Speaker or the head of the California Senate, Don Parada. If you look at the Mayor of Los Angeles, you look at the Chairman of the School Board, you look at all of the Latino elected officials who just didn't come into office this year, who have been in place for decades in some instances. They keep blaming people with your skin pigmentation for all of the ills, yet they've been the ones who have been in charge and have had billions of dollars slip through their fingers.
And then the supposedly politically diverse politicians address the crowd. Who speaks English in LA anymore?
El orgullo que tenemos nosotros como comunidad se puede reflejar en cómo lo cuidamos.
Muchas gracias a todos ustedes que han luchado por muchos años.
Nos tenemos que unir para asegurar que vamos a educar a nuestros hijos en hallar la manera de proteger este parque.
A los hijos, a los inmigrantes, a aquellos que llegaron a este país sacrificando todo, llegando a este país para trabajar desde la madrugada hasta el anochecer.
In the name of cultural diversity, it tends to be more divisive than uniting.
We want to know what you, the viewers, think. Please respond to our survey and be sure to leave your comments below. Do you think a nature deficit disorder is an entitlement for a person to have access to a park as a civil right? Yes or no? Number 2. Do you think in the name of diversity the Hispanic politicians are dividing us? Yes or no? And number 3, do you think the Hispanic politicians in power who have billions of dollars slipping through their fingers are accountable for the way things are today? Yes or no? Please be sure to leave your comments below. Thank you.
Mi-ha-yo, yeah-yeah-hee-ya. Mi-ha-yo, yeah-yeah-hee-ya. Mi-ha-yo, yeah-yeah-hee-ya. Mi-ha-yo, yeah-yeah-hee-ya. Mi-ha-yo, yeah-yeah-hee-ya. Mi-ha-yo, yeah.